What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. What's happening? Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad that will not charge a card. You know it is draft time, man. This is Cowboys College. You understand me? Let's get it. Cowboys College Volume 3, the DB edition. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Mr. ATM? How you feeling this evening? You understand?
Man, feeling righteous, my boy. Hey, shout out to Regina Green for coming to the liquor store. I appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that like and share. Hey, we're gonna rock out, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. We on here talking about these DBs, man. Make sure y'all hit that like and share, man. You know we gotta make sure them haters do what they supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? They job that they was born on this earth for is to hate. So make sure them haters hate, man. Make sure we get these like and shares up. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Let's make this trap jump around the corner, man. Swing that dough for your boy, man. Let's swing my dough. Let's get it.
Just let them hate.
Shout out to Regina Green with the green. Paul Rodriguez in the building. Fish the 82 buzz a beater. You understand? Landlord from Wakanda in the building. Michael McQuay in the building. What's happening?
You ain't even on the team, you just a ball boy. Used to rock knockouts, but it's real now.
Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It's free.
One day hating
I
on, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' a deal. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar.
Yeah.
Took my brother, that made me go harder. That
Let's
turned
go.
me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the comma.
Shout out to everybody
I'ma run up them
rocking,
comma, f the summer, run up them numbers.
Hey, what's up with you, Michael
I know
McCoy?
that they hate the way
Yes, sir.
the ball man, rocking all this ball man, street made on the chain.
Yeah.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
We gon' go and crank this thing up. Make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. And we in the building, man. Welcome to Cowboys College in the trap. You know what I'm saying? All that in the liquor store.
Trap.
What's happening, man? We up here talking about these DBs, man. I got a few of them that I got loaded up, man. But you know, it's several DBs in this draft. It's pretty deep, ain't it? And when you say so for you, I know it's pretty deep to me. It's a pretty deep DB class.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of quality talent in this defensive back class. You know, some were unrealistic for us to get, and, you know, then there's some, you know, that can fall to us. Y'all remember Trayvon Diggs?
Yeah.
You know, he had a first round grade, and somehow he fell to the Cowboys in the second round. You know, if my memory serves correctly, there was a whole bunch of people, even national media was mocking him to us, you know, in the 2020 draft, and he still made it to us despite the fact that we picked CeeDee Lamb with our first round pick. So it's very possible to get one of these quality defensive backs.
Facts. Yeah, so you never know what'll happen. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Cause we've seen stranger things. Nobody expected CD to fall. Nobody expected Trey to be there in the second. Just like you were saying, man. So some people are just you know, too far-fetched. That's why we didn't cover every single body. You know what I'm saying? Some people like the Gonzalez kid out of Oregon. I think he's just too far-fetched. This is like, you know, he'll have to be a convicted felon to fall us. You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't see that happening. So, you know, him and who else? Now, Joey Porter and who the other guy? Deonte Banks and people like that. Witherspoon ain't dropping either. Like, he ain't gonna be there either, man. Witherspoon and the Gonzalez, I think them the top two corners in this draft. And I don't see them dropping way to the bottom of the first. That's just, you know, that might be being too optimistic. But anybody other than that, it's a chance, probably. Excuse me, what you think? Anybody outside of Witherspoon and Gonzalez, as far as the DB room go, I think it's a possibility they might drop. You never know.
You never know because of the other players. So, you know, like when you think about who's ahead of us, there's 25 picks ahead of the Dallas Cowboys. No, they're projecting there to be like 3 or 4 quarterbacks come off the board, right?
Yeah.
So there's 21 other picks then. Then you got to look at the wide receivers. They're saying that Quentin Johnson is probably gonna come off the board. JSN, this guy, that guy. Then you go to offensive line like tackle. You know the tackle's gonna have to come off the board fast because of their premium position. So, and you know, like they love edge, they love good defensive players. So there's a very good chance, you know, for one of these corners to fall. Like everybody can't be gone.
Facts. Just like I'm almost on the same thing with landlord from Wakanda says. He said Porter shouldn't drop, but might. It's a few people in here like that to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a few people who I feel like going to drop, but they probably shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Or it's some people that should be higher than they are. So that's just the nature of the draft. But Porter got all the tools, and you know what I'm saying? I like his frame and stuff. So, but you know, like I said, the top corners are to me is Weatherspoon and Gonzalez. And I don't see them nowhere possible coming this low. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to play with myself like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to tease myself in that manner. I don't want to tease myself. So we'll take a look at a few of them, man. So your guy, you know, I know your guy, you kind of high on Emmanuel Forbes. So let's talk about a little his write-up stats and stuff.
Well, if you allow me to, I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen, and you know we're gonna actually look at some of his draft profile to tell and some of his statistics to show you why he is a guy that I am targeting and that I'm really high on. So give me 2 seconds to get that loaded up. Boom. Now I'm finna go ahead and share the screen, and hopefully it doesn't mess up anything that we're doing.
Hopefully I can operate this correctly because we ain't never did it live, but we should be okay. Okay, I see where we at. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So let's jump into it.
Okay.
So
yeah, we good.
So as you see, okay, Gucci. All right. So as you see here, Emmanuel Forbes. You look at the metrics. He look like he's 6'1", 166 pounds. Ran a 4.35 40 at the combine, and they have him as the 5th overall defensive back. Now, they don't have him at the 5th overall corner. They have him at the 5th overall defensive back because they count safeties and everything.
Oh, okay.
When you look at the production, he had great production. For y'all who do not know, over the course of his college career, Emmanuel Forbes ended up with 14 interceptions, and he also set the record for most pick sixes in NCAA history with 6. So last year he had 6 total interceptions, 174 interception yards, 11 passes defended, 46 total tackles, and 26 of them were solo. All right, so they got a mid first round grade on him. Some people have a second round grade on him, but you know it varies from site to site, as you can see here. They think he'll go number 20 overall, but you know between 20 and 26, that's not much of a difference, right? So he is somebody that's right there for the taking. The Dallas Cowboys like him like that, and we know the Dallas Cowboys like him like that because he was a 30 visit.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
So
you know they're interested.
So these are his strengths. We're just going to review these real quick. And, you know, after that, we're going to look at some of that good old footage.
Yeah.
So, all right. So these are his strengths. It says his length and leaping ability allow him to high point the ball and make plays. Forbes would have had bigger interception numbers in college had opposing quarterbacks not gone out of their way to avoid him. So imagine that. Just to put that into perspective. He ended up with 14 career interceptions, and folks was not even trying to throw with him.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got to think, every player in college is basically, you know what I'm saying, they own Trayvon Diggs because they don't have to, you know what I'm saying, the quarterback don't have to throw at the best corner on the field if they don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So, more than likely, if we talking about them, they probably was the best corner on their team.
Mm-hmm. And it says he shows good instincts when facing the action and zone coverage. Well, landlord, when we reviewed the footage ourselves before we came on live, like, you made the comment that you like his own coverage abilities.
Yes.
So, they highlight that as a strength in the scouting report. So you agree with the scouting report on that so far, right?
See, I don't even look at that. See, I build my own opinions. I might refer to they reports, but I build my own opinion and see what I agree with and what I disagree with. So I would take him as a zone corner, but I'm just not too fond of him out of the footage I seen and being a man-to-man corner.
Okay. He says elite speed demonstrated by his 4.35 combine performance. Consistently ran stride for stride with the top wide receivers in the SEC with ease. Shout out to It's Too Easy for the $5 donation. That got you another entry into the raffle. So as it stands, my guy, you now have 3 entries. So you have 3 entries, and right now Dwayne Brown has the most entries with 6 and the best chance of winning the jersey. So, I just wanted to keep y'all updated on that. So I appreciate y'all for participating, and we're going to jump right back into it.
Shout out to you, sir.
Yeah. And there are a ton of good wide receivers, in the SEC. Like they all may not be household names, but, I know the boy from Arkansas, Matt Landers, is out there. Hey, Joe Gonzalez, what's good with you? I appreciate you for coming to the liquor store and showing love.
Yes,
It's Too Easy. I see you now in the chat box. I appreciate you. Joe Tranchina, Michael McQuaid, what's good? But yes, and there's a lot of guys in the SEC that are probably going to end up in the NFL. Matt Landers was a 6'5" guy that ran a 4.3 out of Arkansas. There's various guys, really. But, like they said he pretty much handled his own against them. You can tell by the interception numbers. You can also tell by the fact, if you look at his advanced metrics, he gave up under 300 yards, and he only gave up 3 touchdowns despite playing over 400 snaps, in coverage.
Yeah. So what I seen from him, man, far as Forbes go, like I said, I liked him in zone. Went too high, super high on him in the man-to-man. I just feel like he a raw prospect. I think he can be good. He got a high ceiling. Him in Dallas compared to him somewhere else, that's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? If he go to the right scheme, and have the right fit, I think he can be a big time player. He's a ceiling player for sure. I don't think his floor is that low, but I think he's a ceiling prospect. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And listen, when you think about it, when you just really sit there and think about it, he will only be like the 3rd or 4th best cornerback on our team right now, because you already have Trayvon Diggs, who's proven himself. You already know the pedigree of a guy like Stefan Gilmore, and he's probably a step behind in the run blend right now in terms of development, because the run blend had 5 interceptions as a rookie against grown men.
You say he was taking the ball 5 at DB. So what they mocking him to?
They mocking him as the 20th overall pick. I don't have like an overall like mock draft, but they just have him listed as the 20th best player.
That's also, a little too rich for my blood.
Shout out to Michael McQuaid for the $5 donation. They got you another entry into the raffle, and that gets you the 6. So you are now tied with Dwayne Brown for the best odds of winning the jersey. So salute to you, brother.
Shout out to y'all, man. Showing love, man. You're showing love today, man. We appreciate y'all. Trap. Let's get it.
So yeah, I would still like him though, especially with the fact that you probably only have Stefan Gilmore for a year, and he could come in spot duty, especially with Trayvon Diggs, with a possibility of him having a holdout. You already experiencing injuries at the cornerback position last year and not being equipped to deal with it. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind adding him as a guy that can come in and produce in a smaller role and can take a bigger role later on, or if injury happens. And we already talked about them saying he a ball hog. We already talked about the pick numbers.
He's a baby trait as far as the way he's aggressive with the ball in the air. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at some of his tape if we don't mind. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, let's jump into the tape because it's going to take a while to get through this entire scouting report.
Yeah.
So, oh, don't worry. I'm gonna stop the share because I was sharing my screen. So now it should be showing your stuff.
Yeah. Now we got him. We just got a few plays, man. Him against Bama. Let's see. He looks way taller than 6'1" to me. And he's a willing tackler. So don't let the slight of size fool you. You know what I'm saying? He is a willing tackler. That's what kind of surprised me. I really thought he was gonna be, you know, most of these DBs shying away from contact, but nah, he was putting his nose in there and going to make some hits. So
hey, real quick, shout out to Michael McQuaid for the other $5 donation. That gets you another entry, and you now have 7. So you now have the lead for best chance of winning the jersey. You have 7. Dwayne Brown is second with 6, and DC for Life is third with 5. So those are the top 3 with the best chances right now.
Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Yeah, man, that's one thing I noticed. He is willing to come up and make a hit. So, contrary to thinking like he might be scared with his size, because he's very light, you know what I'm saying? He's all length. He don't have too much bulk about him, so, you know what I'm saying? This is him at the bottom of the screen. Look, he's aware in that zone. I like him in zone. You see, he was able to come peel off of his player and make sure he stay in his zone, because he could have got tricked in that. You know what I'm saying? But I like him far as in zone. Like, that's definitely one of his
it's a strength.
His strength.
And he does everything the right way. Like he falls to the proper depth with wide receivers, and you know he's passing guys up to the next guys in zone and then getting back to the flats when he needs to. So you know I like that, and he's coming up and making tackles in the zone.
Yeah, he pretty much made Bryce hold that ball and get a sack right there, because he was looking in his direction, but he had them clamps on him. So that was a good play by him right there. Check him out. He didn't bail out too much, stopped real quick. You know what I'm saying? He didn't double stop. He stopped, had some nice footwork, and he made sure he stayed close to the receiver. So it limited Bryce, because he was surely looking at him, and you know what I'm saying? He had to eat that sack. So that was a good play by him, man. That was a good play by him. I like
Jason
him as a
Garrett.
prospect.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was just gonna say Jason Garrett said that Gilmore brother Steven is in the draft. He had 3 picks for 67 yards and a touchdown this year at Marshall. I heard about him, but I ain't seen too much about the boy.
Yeah. So I like him though. I like him in zone. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, if you make him a Cowboy, I think Al Harris and Trey them, you know what I'm saying, Dan Quinn, I think they'll coach him up and he can be a beast. You know what I'm saying? But he might need him a good old ham sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Trap. Might need him a couple ham sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? I think if he had a few ham sandwiches, he'd be good though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he light in the ass, man. You know, like you would want him to at least gain, because they got him listed at 166. You would want him to at least gain like maybe 20 pounds. Like I think he can survive at 180. But you know, it's gonna be a tall task to, you know, try to go up against 210-pound wide receivers when you're 50 pounds lighter.
Facts. It's gonna be rough for him to just, you know what I'm saying, operate in that weight class, because I mean, the most of the receivers ain't physical though. So, you know what I'm saying? You can get away with it, but I like the length. So if he gonna get his hands on a defender, that would be his strength. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. He got the reach. He can reach you, but you can't reach him. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So that'll be one of his strengths if he gonna jam off the line of scrimmage. But let's see. Now we can talk about a guy that I kind of like. Mr. Deonte Banks. You got the write up on him?
Who am I?
Mr. Numbers. Trap. You already know he got trap.
Give me a second to get this. Let's give me a second to get him pulled up, and you know I got you, my boy.
All right, let me make sure I got him loaded up in this thing. Let me see.
All right, Deonte Banks.
Yeah, we can
look at
his film real quick. Let me see.
Okay. I got him loaded.
Oh, you got him loaded. Go ahead. You want your screen shared?
Yeah, don't worry. I just clicked on it. Booyah. And now you should be able to see what I see.
Not yet. Let me see. Hold on. I got you. I think I'm just in the wrong one. Where is it though? Y'all give me 1 sec. There you go. There we go. Bam.
All right, you can see it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We Gucci. We rocking. We Gucci. All right. So he does not have the gaudy interception numbers that he did. He had 1 interception, but he was still very solid last year. He had 8 passes defended, ended up with a pick, 38 total tackles, 25 solo. And we talk about measurables. He's the optimum height of 6 foot, and he still ran a 4.35. And he's almost 200 pounds. He's a 197-pound man. So, like the physicality standpoint of it, you shouldn't have to worry about that like you would with him. Now, they got him projected to be a top 2nd round pick, but don't just worry about that too much because these projections vary from site to site. They may have it as one thing. ESPN might have it as a different one. PFF might have it as a different one. So, it all comes down to how these players grade out in the eyes of their evaluators.
Yeah.
Just like we probably have guys higher or lower on our personal draft board as Dallas Cowboys than some of the national media does.
Yeah.
So let's just take a look at his strengths. We'll take a look at the first couple of strengths, and then we're going to go and look at some of his film. So, tracks the ball well downfield, shows good ball skills, including the ability to go up and high point it in contested catch situations. So, while he did not end up with 100,000 interceptions like like old buddy, he
that means you're a gambler now. You're slightly nefarious. You doing that. Most of the time, that's what that means.
Well, sir, we are in the trap. It is almost prerequisite for us to shoot dice in the trap.
You got to be a guy. Absolutely. You're right.
Now, he was targeted 60 times. He only gave up 26 receptions. He gave up 4 touchdowns this year, though, but he only gave up 71.4 passer rating when targeted. So it was very pedestrian when they threw the ball, his way. He also forced 13 incompletions. Hey, shout out to Tupac with the Mohawk for the $5 donation. That gets you another entry into the raffle for the Dallas Cowboy jersey. So you now have 2. Michael McQuaid, you're still the leader. Dwayne Brown, you're second with 6. McQuaid has 7, and DC for Life, you're third. You have 5. So appreciate y'all for the love and support. But yeah, he has very solid numbers.
Yeah.
He has very, very solid numbers. He has the measurables, and he has ideal size. And this right here, this is definitely before they had the combine. They thought that he was 6'2", 205. They fudged the numbers on everybody to make him sound better.
Numbers, yeah.
He 2 inches. He's 2 inches shorter and a couple of pounds lighter. Allegedly. He's still a damn good player.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah, I like him though. I think he got all the skills that you want to see out of a corner. You know what I'm saying? Corners not really typically skyscrapers anyway. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a few of them. You know what I'm saying? We just different. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
Relax and take.
You already know. But we're a little different.
I was finna say this is the last thing that I like about him. Very good press corner.
Yeah, he got the press down.
Listen, when you're playing cover, we play a lot of cover one robber. So there's gonna be a lot of man-to-man situations with a single high safety and maybe a lurker in the middle of the field. You're gonna have to hold your own.
I think he'll be a better fit for us. Really,
he might be.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good press corner. He got the athleticism. He ain't typically he ain't built like all our rest of our corners, but he good in press man. And Dan like to run a lot of that.
Yeah, because he used to run a lot of cover 3. He'll still runs cover 3 as a changeup, but it's mostly cover 1 now since he's been the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. So that is something that you have to think about. Scheme fit is a part of this.
Yeah, but they got him looking like a first rounder though. He might be like at the end of the first. What you think?
I mean, like it just depends how the Dallas Cowboys feel about him. If they have a first round grade on him and he's there at 26, I would take him because he has good ass production.
Yeah, and then that Stefan Gilmore is just a rental. You know what I'm saying? He's just a rental, 1 year rental.
2 years tops if he want to come back. But he under contract right now for 1. Michael Lockhart, what's up with you, my boy? I appreciate you for the love and support.
What's happening? But yeah, if we was to have an injury at corner, we'll be right back into the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So, because we got lucky that Trey didn't get hurt last year. You know what I'm saying? And we hoping that Stefan Gilmore stays healthy as well.
Listen, that's all we can do is hope and pray at this point. But I definitely would like some depth. Now, Stefan Gilmore gives you more depth because it allows Nation Wright, to actually be a cornerback too. It allows Israel. You've been playing him, a little bit more at corner. It allows him to be in a rotational role because he played outside corner in college. He played some slot and safety for you last year, so he has versatility. So I think you have some depth, but one injury still takes a lot of your depth away, especially if it is to somebody like Stefan or Trey.
Yeah. I'm with you when you're right. But yeah, man, let's see. Now, out of these two, you leaning more towards what you call them too, right?
It really just depends. I like the upside. I think that, if he pans out, there's a good chance, if Emmanuel Forbes can put it all together, he has the upside to be the best cornerback in this draft, even over guys with bigger names. But, also, if he doesn't get it together, he has some question marks.
Yeah.
He gets stacked sometimes. He's too handsy, right? You don't know if they're going to call that at the next level, especially the way with illegal contact is now called in the NFL, right? Yeah. And he has not shown the ability to consistently play well in man coverage, and we run a lot of man. If this was Seattle, back when Dan Quinn was there, mainly cover 3, go ahead and bring them in, but we're gonna be playing a lot of cover 1.
Yeah, and you gotta hold your own basically, because our safety play is not the best. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to down that field and being rangy, we a little iffy back there to me. But
it's a little shaky. But they still graded Malik Hooker as a top 20 top 20 safety.
Shit, I ain't number 32 of them. Trap. Ain't number 32 on there. You better be top 20. Shit.
Hey, some teams ain't got top 20. You remember we didn't have a top 32 safety at one point.
But look, what's so crazy about that statement is he a top 20 safety, but you didn't have two top 10 corners, but you got a top 10 corner. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know. And you got one of the better strong safeties. So
2 of the better strong safeties, if you count Dono.
Yeah, we need you to be a little more rangy, Malik. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, go ahead, hit a solo. I'm finna run to the restroom. I'll be back.
I ain't gonna lie. We would definitely need him to be a little more, you know what I'm saying, a little better in that back end, Mr. Trap. We would definitely like him to be a little better on that back end. But I got another corner I like, Tariq Stevenson. He's nice, out of Miami, I believe. Let me see. I got some film on him, I believe. Let's see. Out of Miami? Nah. Yeah, here we go. Bryce Young being Bryce Young. Yeah, I better quit playing with Bryce too. The boy's nice. But yeah, he's coming up putting his nose in the box as well, man. I like what I see from him. Now, most corners, that's him number 2 right there at the bottom of the screen coming up to make a play. But yeah, man, I like his style, I like his size, and he got a little ball skills as well. So we got a few options at corner if we in the market for corners, and it looked like we are from the 30 visits that we brought in. So I'm happy that he at least willing to put his nose in the box and, you know what I'm saying, do his thing. So if out of the corners that we got, who y'all like? Because look, we got corners, but we got corners that we want out the building as well. Right? We got some corners that need their spot took. Like Nation Wright, like Kelvin Joseph. Like, we need to get better at those spots. Because like I said, we basically are one injury away. We one injury away. And like most people gonna say that we are one injury away, but everybody ain't got big goals like we got. We trying to go win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So we can't leave no stone unturned. We need to be ready for everything that come to us. And, you know, some of them other teams might be able to live with just one or two corners, but we seen what could happen. Like, you lose a weapon like Tony in a big game. We don't want to get to the big game and then start messing up and losing people. We want to have reinforcements when we need them so we can get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine going into your big game and you fully healthy and then you lose Trey and now you just lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably, I don't know, we just made, by the grace of God last year, bro. If Trey Devon Diggs would have got hurt, man, we would have been done. G says Emmanuel Forbes has them inspect the gadget on. That boy long, ain't it, man? He really is. He really long. Cause I said that too on the film, bro. I said he don't look like he know 6'1". He look like he about 6'3". He look like he Nation right out there almost. But I guess he's just so slim, and then the length make him look taller or something on film. But he looked like a skyscraper. I don't know if they got his measurements wrong or not, but that dude look like he's super tall. Jason Garrett in the building. Good grief. Shout out to you, sir. I hate what you did for my team, but you know. I like Izzy and Nation. Kevin should switch to safety. That might be in his future too. That might be in his future. If he keep on the path that he going on, that might be a little rough for him. Corey Graham says Corey Trice has been getting some buzz lately around the Cowboys community. I ain't read up on him yet. I ain't checked him out. I ain't seen his film yet. What school he out of? Jason Garrett says KJ 3-time All-State free safety. Why he never switched to cornerback, I don't know. Why he ever switched to cornerback, I don't know. Yeah, I get it. See, I ain't know he played safety back in his day. So he was an 3-time All-State free safety? Yeah, he definitely need to go back to safety.
That's crazy.
You knew that?
No, I didn't know that.
I ain't know that. I ain't gonna lie. You just taught me something then. I did not know he was no 3-time All-State safety, sir.
Hey, hold on now. This the real Jason Garrett coming in, dropping that. This the coach.
That's the real Jason Garrett, man. I ain't know that. I did not know that, sir. They said Corey Trice out of Purdue. I'm gonna have to look him up. Here goes Sierra Hayden and shit.
So who we looking at now?
We just looked
Interesting
at a little,
question.
Look at her. I ain't said nothing to you, lady. But we just looked at Tariq Stevenson.
Dang, hold on. You looked at Tariq without me?
Yeah, it was just a couple of plays. He was making some tackles, man. I couldn't find the film I had, didn't have too many of them trying them. Like I said, man, looking at these corners, bro, the quarterback don't want to throw at the best one on the field. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they all gonna look like some studs, though.
Yeah, because the quarterback don't want to throw their way. They the best corner on the field. So they like, hey, I could just throw over here. Because I think he the one I seen against North Carolina, man. Like, I was hoping to get him matched up with Downs, but no, that never happened. Like, so they don't, I'm thinking that they don't like him on smaller wide receivers. Stevenson.
All right. What you feel about Julius Brents?
From, where he from? Kansas State or something?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I ain't watched too much on him, though.
I mean, like, dude, it's a big ass corner.
What he measuring out at?
He's 6'3", ran a 4.5. Ended up with 4 interceptions, 4 passes defended, 45 tackles. Let me take a look at his measurements because I want to see if he has length. He has an 82-inch wingspan.
Yeah, 82.
82-inch wingspan. I think it's over 82. It's 82 7/8 wingspan.
That sounds great. Good grief.
198 pounds. He had a 405 shuttle. He had a broad jump of 138. He had a vertical jump of 41.5 inches. Like, this dude is an athlete. Like, he didn't run the fastest 40 time, but like, you look at his cone, his height, and everything else, it's like, this is a dog.
Shout out to Derek Grimsley. Like, he says, landlord, I would love to see Dalton Kincaid at 26, tight end out of Utah. Sir.
We love you. We got love for you, Derek. But like, I would probably burn the damn draft down.
Look, it's really not. I wouldn't say it's a knock on Kincaid all the way, but it's a knock on the, what can I say, the philosophy that the Cowboys would be operating at. Cause
it's a knock. It's
do
a
you
knock
think
on taking
he's
tight ends in the first round?
Do you think he's better than Dalton Schultz right now? Cause I would say we should have just kept Dalton if that's the case. We should have just kept Dalton.
So let's just look at a list of these tight ends that got drafted in the first round.
Shout out to South Texas and a couple more people came through the door, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us in the college trap. You know what I'm saying? They be trapping that college.
Trap.
You know what I'm saying? Like Tariq on Power. He be trapping out of college. You know what I'm saying?
Trapping out of college, running it up to go buy out the liquor store. Ain't that lovely? Yeah, look at these first round tight ends though.
Oh,
man.
he said he way better than Dalton Schultz. Whew.
I still got love for you, even though you said that. But Jermaine Gresham was like, did he ever turn out to be like a guy worth a first round pick?
Who, Dalton?
No, I said I'm talking about these guys that got drafted in the first round. These first round tight ends. I'm just listing them off, and you tell me
what's happening.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna list these first round tight ends, and you tell me, landlord, were they worth a damn first round pick? Jermaine Gresham.
No.
Tyler Eifert.
No. He was decent.
He was decent.
Ebron was decent, but no.
David Njoku.
No.
Evan Ingram.
Debatable, but no.
OJ Howard.
No.
Hayden Hurst.
No. It's not looking good. No.
TJ Hawkinson.
No, because he got traded in his own division. They didn't like him enough. You know what I'm saying?
Kyle Pitts.
I love Kyle Pitts, but probably not. If it was one first round word, I'd say him. But he's not lived up to it yet, so no.
And then I'm also gonna give you the caveat. He has played at the wide receiver position more than he has played at the tight end position at the NFL level. He has taken more snaps.
Y'all be thinking I'm playing. What I told you a skinny tight end is. What's a skinny tight end?
A wide receiver.
Exactly. That's all a skinny tight end is. A wide receiver.
Trap.
Shout out to Randy Jackson walking in the door real quick with it, man. What's happening with you? But yeah, man, a skinny tight end ain't nothing but a wide receiver. Yeah, shout out to T Smooth. But like, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about that. If you want a skinny tight end, just draft you a receiver, sir. Because look, the things that a receiver can do, a skinny tight end can't do. You know what I'm saying? A receiver can't block, could it? Most of them.
Not really,
And so you think a skinny tight end gonna block? Shit, no, they gonna fail too. You gotta have a mindset though.
If Dalton Kincaid falls to the second round, I draft him then.
Oh, if he ain't making it that far. I think it's gonna be a run on tight ends, probably like early second. I don't see nobody drafting them in the first. Now it might be somebody crazy enough to draft Dalton Kincaid in the first, or Michael Mayer or something. Somebody might get got. It might be one tight end go in the first. One.
Listen.
And then all the rest of them going in the second. And I still think that's a reach.
And listen, you let Dalton Schultz walk because y'all told me, right? Cause I was the biggest Dalton Schultz supporter. I talked about the numbers behind him and why he should stay. Y'all been telling me that Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot can handle it. So let them boys handle it. I ain't using the top 100 pick on the damn tight end.
Yeah, because then did you hear what Brian Broderick said? It was concerning to me. Brian Broderick said that the feeling he get in the building is that they looking at Hendershot like he better than Ferguson. I don't know if that's a knock on Ferguson or just a lot of praise to Hendershot. I don't know. I took it as a knock on Ferguson.
Well, it just depends. Like, the way I see it, and the thing that did settle me down a little bit is when I look at Mike McCarthy's offense, he ain't utilizing them tight ends like people saying. Like when he won that Super Bowl, it was a wide receiving show, right? He had Greg Jennings, he had Jordan Nelson, he had Donald Driver, he had another wide receiver. I can't even remember him, but like he had like a great wide receiving core when they won that Super Bowl. Like the tight ends didn't really play a factor into it. So hopefully, with Brandon Cooks, with CeeDee Lamb, with Jalen Tolbert, with Michael Gallup, your dependency on tight ends is going to be regulated to like red zone and to blocking, hopefully. Yeah. So maybe in this scheme that we're going to move over to, the tight end won't be such a focal point.
Fact, South Texas, I'm with you on that though. I would like drafting an old lineman is like eating broccoli to me, but you need to do it sometimes. Like I hate it. I wouldn't hate it. It'll be like I'm being responsible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like what I'm saying. You might want to go buy the Porsche, but you really need the Camry. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just get a nice little Camry and you're good.
Also, do not reach for necessity because if a tackle is not there that that you really like, don't overreach for it. I didn't do the guards because I did like a breakdown of successful, quote unquote, successful tackles earlier today, and success means a lot of different things, right? You can say, "Hey, I'm in the NFL, I'm a starter, you're successful," but just to break up the monotony, I define successful as a guy who made multiple Pro Bowls or multiple All-Pro selections. And there was like 9 of the last 28 guys tackles taken from 2013 to 2019 because I didn't do 2020 to 2022 because they only been in the league at 3 years max. But 9 of the 28 guys actually fit that bill. So only 9 of the, so really you only had like 9 successful tackles, out of the 28 that were taken from 2013 to 2019. Now you can argue that there's a couple of guys in there that made one All-Pro or made one Pro Bowl, but there's also some other guys in there that are out the league. So it's always hit or miss. For any position that you draft.
I got more faith in my draft board though. You know what I'm saying? I got more faith in the Cowboys drafting though.
The Cowboys hit.
Yeah. We a little different. You know what I'm saying? You know who we are. You know what I'm saying?
We are America's team.
We a little different with that.
Watched,
you know what I'm saying?
The most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tune in every Sunday.
We are a little different in how we operate.
Now are we talking about offensive line in general or just tackle? Because we only selected one first round tackle because we had Tyron Smith. So,
I'm talking about just the way we gauge them, period. So if we was to gauge them in the first, we gonna hit. I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm just confident in my team. I just know if you give it up to the Cowboys, if you got Will McClay in there, he gonna get you in the right position. You know what I'm saying? I have trust in my team like that. That's one thing can't nobody knock the Cowboys for. Drafting? You can't knock the Cowboys for drafting, bro. You just can't.
Yeah, they had like fourth, like they've been fourth in what was it, career production over expectation. So like you get that from guys like Dak, guys like Tony, guys like Dalton and Jake. You found all those guys in the fourth. The Run Bland you found in the fifth, and then you've been hitting on your first round picks because Tyron Smith was an All-Pro. Zach Martin made an All-Pro team. You look at somebody like Byron Jones, even though he didn't stay around, he made an All-Pro selection. Micah, CD Lamb. Oh shoot, you really didn't hit. Even Leighton Vander Esch made an All-Pro selection. So you done drafted like 5 All-Pros out of your last 10 first-round picks.
We was talking today, bro. Our 2020 draft was so crazy.
We just talked about that before we came.
Our 2020 draft was crazy, y'all. Like real talk.
Think about it. You got CeeDee Lamb in the first round. You backdoored and you got Trayvon Diggs, who had a first-round grade. You got Osa, who's your best 3-tech right now. Then, in the fourth round.
Tyler Biadasz, didn't it?
You got Tyler Biadasz.
And you got Trey and CD. That's crazy. So, no lie. I think West Coast said so like that. Nah, that's my guy. But he was like, the draft ain't gonna change that much. Typically. But it's possible now. Like, hey, we got Mike in the draft, bro. Like, if you get set up in the right place, and then it don't necessarily have to be at the top. We got our franchise #1 receiver in the draft late. Know what I'm saying? Late. And you got your #1 corner in the draft in the second round. Like, it's possible now. We just hit different. That's why we don't, play around with our draft board. Like, we don't play around with our draft picks either. Like, I guarantee you, Will McClay and Stephen Jones, it felt like a gut punch when they did that trade for Stefan Gilmore. It still hurted them here. Because they just know that they just so confident in how they draft. They like, man, a 5th round pick? Like, they still didn't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So they just value their draft board so much and they draft capabilities. They just value it a lot. I say we pretty much a victim of our success. You know what I'm saying?
We are, but at the same time, you should be willing to give up late round talent for proven veterans. Yeah. Like sometimes the wait for the return on investment is not worth it when you could have it right now. Like microwave food is not always good, but listen, I done ate some steak and potatoes Monday. We fried fish Tuesday. We done cooked the pot roast on Wednesday. So when I get down to Friday, because I need to fast on Thursday, because I've been going crazy. When I get down to Friday, it might be cool for me to pop a pizza in the oven. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I might need to get a little bit of that production, right off the bat, not wait for this 5th round pick or this 6th round pick to develop. So I might have to, every once in a while go out and get a Stefan Gilmore or Brandon Cooks. Right, but I've been eating good all across the board everywhere else, though. So
it seems like they just not learning that, but hey, better late than never. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Better late than never. Because I feel like this window, we just extended our window. With adding Cooks and Stefan Gilmore, I think we extended our window. I just want us to be aggressive right now. I still want us to be aggressive in the draft. I'm sorry. I want us to move up. Know what I'm saying?
It makes it, and listen, it makes sense because you said something that I actually do agree with.
You just got to donate, Mr. Justin Kitchen. Donate to Henny the more you get in the raffle. $5 entry, I believe he said.
How do I get into the raffle? Yeah, if you send $5 to this Henny the more, it's on the Cash App $ Henny the more. You'll be entered into the raffle. Also, so you can keep track of the raffle, please come over here and hit the subscribe button to my channel. It's HTM Sports on YouTube. That way, when I go live, I'll be giving the updates. And, you need to follow the page so that when I actually do the drawing on the 25th, you'll be aware. So, I'll go live on the 25th to announce the winner. So you want to participate, send the Cash App, and then, of course, follow the page so you can keep track of everything.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, is it any other sleeper corners you want to talk about? Because, Ringo, we looked at little Ringo. You know what I'm saying? You think he can be a player that we can draft?
I don't even like Ringo.
You don't like Ringo? No, nah. There a lot of people was high on him before the combine and stuff. he must have didn't
I
test
mean,
as well as they thought.
he still ran a 4.3. You know what I'm saying? Like he had like a good athletic combine. I saw him get his ass tore up when with me and you were looking at the film.
Yeah, you know. So you don't think Al Harris or nobody can save him? You think he's savable, or it's just like his technique was just so bad? It's just I don't want nothing to do with him.
It's not that it's so bad. It's just I had there's guys. If I got to work on somebody, there's guys with higher upside I can bring in.
Yeah, what they projecting them at? Cause we ain't picking
still
nobody. I don't see us picking no corner at the top.
Let's see. Let me go back to defensive backs and I'll let
King
you know.
G, who you talking about? Mine's or HTM? Let us know. I put mine in there anyway. I don't know. But let's see.
Oh, are you trying to get in on the jersey, or are you trying to just show love? Either way is fine.
Yeah, I just put it in there anyway.
You know they can't see it on the screen unless because they only see me and you.
Well, they see it in the chat though.
Yeah, but he's not over in the chat. Like, there's two different chats going on. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like,
your chat ain't showing up.
Man, nobody chat is showing up on the thing. It's just me, you, and the Cowboys. It's just me, you, and Dak Prescott now.
I just put you on there now. So yeah, y'all can see it. It's $ landlord 723 and it's $ HTM.
It's $
Henny the More. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're trying to send for the raffle, it's $ Henny the More. And if you're trying to support my brother Landlord, it's $ landlord 723.
Absolutely. So, yeah, man. He said he trying to get interest. Yeah, you get the entry over there with HTM. I'm gonna do mine in a minute. I'm gonna do a vote and see what y'all want to do, and then we're gonna do a raffle over here as well. Probably a jersey or something, or you know what I'm saying. We'll have to vote.
Hey, shout out to Starter Kick Duke for the $10 donation. That just got you in. You know, they just got you 2 entries into the raffle. So let me go ahead and update it real quick. Cause Starter Kick Duke, this your first time sending for the raffle, ain't it? So let me put you in.
Shout out to y'all.
Starter Kick Duke, and now you got 2. You got 2 entries into the raffle. And Michael McQuaid, you still are the leader with 7. You have the best odds. Dwayne Brown, you have 6 entries. You got the second best odds. And my boy DC for Life, you have 5. So you have the third best odds. Appreciate y'all for the love and support. And let's keep rocking.
Hey, I might do need to give away one of my hats. You know, I might when I go to training camp. I'm gonna get one signed or something. Yeah.
Oh, you need to have them sign that Carhartt hat that you got. You need to let them sign that Carhartt Cowboys collaboration and get one of the boys to sign it for you, because it'll be a 1-on-1, because it's already exclusive because it's a collab. Then you're gonna have it signed, so it'll be 1-on-1 in the world.
I ain't see yours, King G. It didn't come through. You sent it $ landlord 723. I don't see it. Hope you ain't sent it to the wrong person, good girl. If you was doing it for the if you were just showing love, let me know. But if not, I could just run it to hand then, cause you know, I don't see it coming up on mine yet. It could just be behind or something.
Have an Eagles fan head giveaway. Now listen, nobody wants an Eagles fan's head. They eat a diet of shit. You know, they be kissing Jalen Hurts' ass, so they mouth just smell horrible. So you know, and you know they're gonna be riding. Nobody want the Eagle fans' head. So you know, like it wouldn't be good for anything but a doorstop.
King G, make sure you put $ landlord 723. Let me make sure that's the same. Yeah, landlord 723. I don't see now.
Y'all funny as hell. Top of the Eagles fans. The Eagles fans ain't worth a shit. Like, listen, until the Eagles fans beat Dak Prescott, I don't want to talk about them. They ain't beat my damn quarterback in 4 years, so they don't get to talk to us. They sorry as hell.
Derrick Grimm's like, I understand y'all concerned with the running backs. I understand. But think about this. What if you can get the best one, though?
Trap.
You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
I don't think that's a bad idea, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get a running back, but what if you get the running back that can get you over the hump? It's a possibility now. It's possible.
Now, this is what I'm gonna say. The only two running backs that even have first round grades are there's two guys, Bijan Robinson. Hey, shout out to Kawan Gresham for the $10 donation. They got you 2 entries into the jersey drawing. So let me go ahead and update that real quick. So that's Kawan.
Yeah, that's King G.
That's King G.
Yeah, he said his name K Gresham or something like that.
Okay, cool. So that's you. Hey, also King G. Oh, I don't know if you already subscribed to my channel as well, but you know I'm gonna actually announce the drawing on the 25th on a live show. So since you sent donations, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications. So when I do the drawing, you know you'll be made aware. Because you know once whoever wins, I'm gonna need to get your mailing information, and I'm gonna need to get your sides as well.
Yes, sir. But it's almost coming on that hour. Is there any other corners that you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. Let's talk about Stefan Gilmore, brother, because this is a guy who had production, but he only had like a year some change of production. So like he is a guy that's a friend 7th round, you undrafted free agent.
Oh, shout out to King G with the $10 cash app. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, let me get my boy loaded in. So I like him as a prospect. So hold that thought. Because you know I'm gonna share. I know you ain't got no footage of the boy short-handed like that, but I am gonna share his draft profile. We're gonna talk about him, and you know it'd be cool to have him here with his brother.
Yeah, that might have been one of the perks. Yeah, if I come to Dallas, you gonna draft my brother? Stefan said, hey, you gonna draft my brother, man? You know what I'm saying? I'll come over there.
Okay, so all right, I got a pool. No, I don't have a pool up yet. Let me see if I can find my boy. I should have just typed his damn name in. I'm tripping. Hold on. Bear with me. Y'all, you chop it up with them while I get this loaded up, kinfolk. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, it would be nice to have, you know, the young Gilmore in there. And then, you know, he got that football DNA. You never know. He could be a steal in this draft. You know what I'm saying? He could be a steal.
Yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, when you play at a very small school, no matter how well you play, like you can't outplay where you played, right? Because there's been plenty of guys, you know, that's played at small schools and then came into the NFL and went crazy.
Yeah,
he played at Marshall, so you know that's probably one of the reasons why he's so small.
Shout out to Jameson Taylor, man. We hope everything go well with you now.
What my boy say?
He's saying he ain't feeling good, I think. Something like that.
Man, you in our prayers, my boy. I hope that everything works out for you. We're gonna keep you in our prayers, and you just rest up and shake back, my brother.
Make sure you get better. Don't worry about this for a minute, you know. Check back in with us later on. Shout out to Lost in Translation. He says the ultimate steal is Ivan Pace Jr. Yeah, I like him. We're gonna talk about linebackers next week. We're gonna
I got Steven pulled up, and we're gonna take a quick look at the boy. You know, he looked like his damn brother. But yeah, he is 6 foot tall. He a little underweight. He's also skinny. He's 162 pounds. He played at Marshall. He's from South Carolina. Ran a 4.46 at the combine. He ended his senior season with 3 interceptions. He had 67 interception yards. He had a return touchdown. 10 passes defended, 41 tackles, 25 of them being solo. Pretty decent wingspan. He got a 73-inch wingspan, 36.5-inch vertical, a 124 broad jump. And, he's projected to be an undrafted free agent, probably because of where he played. So let's just take a look.
Where was he?
He was at the Thundering Herd. He was in Marshall.
Man, I thought you were finna say that's what we got a high school with that mascot. I say he went to Parker. He'll tell me he went to Parker High School.
Exactly. It's hard. Even if you're good, it's hard to come out of some of these colleges and be taken seriously.
Why you think these top talents just going to the big schools? Like, hey, I ain't got time to be overlooked. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let's go see what they say good about him. He can flip his hips and run, good top end speed, and the length to make plays on the ball. A coordinated athlete with good footwork and balance. A heady cover player with above average field anticipation in space. Long and lean with a very fluid mover. Gilmore shows good route recognition and the ability to transition out of his back pedal and close on the ball. Has the change of direction ability to mirror underneath, but did solid work out of press and off coverage. Tracks the ball well downfield and shows good ball skills, including the ability to go up and high point it in contested catch situations.
Yeah. So, hey, he got a lot of nice little traits, sound like.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to look at the negatives. Because listen, if you're not even expected to be drafted, like they gotta be talking crazy about you. So
yeah,
he needs to do a better job of wrapping up both in run support and in tackling after the catch. He looks to deliver big hits, but ends up slipping off too many tackles. So he's 160 pounds trying to blow people up, and it does not always work out for him.
Lost in translation. Don't tell me you from the city now, because you up there. Where you from, Lost in translation? Because you from Birmingham. That's going to be funny. Let me see. Think he up to $169. Who are you talking about?
Who? Talking about Ken Folk?
He said he think he up to $169. I don't know who you talking about. He said he went to Inslee. You out the city for real, ain't you? That's crazy. Man, all this time you been from a city and you ain't said that, Lost in translation. That's crazy. Shout out to you,
talking about Gilmore.
Oh, he talking about the little brother.
Yeah, he only was listed at 162, but I think he said that he got up to 169. Okay, and then let's see.
Man, you from the brickyard, man. Don't do that. You real nefarious out there.
Wow.
That's crazy. He been supporting all the time, man. He ain't say you from the city. That's crazy.
They say he isn't very physical. He might struggle to win early against bigger receivers. He underpowered in run support, not aggressive coming downfield, and too much grab and drag tackle. Yeah, this is pretty much saying he can't tackle 2 times in a row, but I'm not really concerned about that.
Like I said, tackling is not a deal breaker for a corner to me. I'm just saying.
And this is one that we can work on. They say he is susceptible to double moves, though that could be coached out of him. I was gonna say the same damn thing because we already got a cornerback that's susceptible to double moves, and I still love him.
Then bro, we adaptable, bro. If you come into a room and everybody just throwing weights around, before long you gonna be throwing weights around. That's just a competitive edge. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna find a way to adapt. So if he come to a program that believe in tackling, he gonna be tackling. That's what I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna either adapt or die. That's what they say in the animal kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying? Trap. You won't be around for long enough if you can't adapt to the situation. So
survival of the fittest.
Yeah, and then he got a brother. I know his brother Stefan telling him like, hey, you got to do this. You got to do this to stay in the league. You want to play long? You got to put your nose in that box sometime.
Straight like that, though.
Yeah.
Straight like that. And it needs to develop better understanding of route combinations and better overall vision. But, above in his strengths, they stated that he actually does understand route combinations. So I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? See, are they double talking?
This whole time I've been looking for your screen, and it's been in a whole nother folder. It's just craziness going on.
What screen?
See, you was. I wanted to show your screen, but you weren't showing it. You were just reading it out because I couldn't find the screen. But we good now.
Oh, I didn't realize that y'all couldn't see what I saw.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Landlord and set me up for failure.
Look, I done clicked on some of everything, man. I couldn't find it, man. See, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes people don't know. I'm trying to produce the show. I'm up here making sure everything's straight, man. Hey, it be crazy out here, man.
Trap.
It be crazy out here. I'm up here looking for the fold, and I lost it, but, you know. I was blind, but now I see. Ain't that what they said?
Indeed, that's exactly what they say. But yeah, listen, there gonna be plenty of guys that we can get some value out of that were undrafted free agents. Like hell, they talk so high at Hendershot, like he was undrafted, and people be forgetting about that. Like I love Tony Romo, he didn't get drafted.
Facts.
So you can still find very quality players, in the undrafted free agent, portion of this, of this draft process.
Yeah, I like Hendershot too. I think he had some trouble though. You know what I'm saying? He was in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it kind of,
And that's all we're gonna say.
that's that's the only reason he was, in it. But some of the best players come from, having some baggage. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jerry signed Greg Hardy, so hey, it is what it is sometimes, man.
I agree with that. What about you? Did you have any late round prospects at cornerback you wanted to look at?
I be hating them loud calls. You just come on. Y'all heard that? They came interrupt them.
Well, sir, you're in the trap.
I am in the trap, though. Yeah.
Trap.
It is some craziness going on. But I think I'm pretty good on the corners, man. I like Joey Porter, but I don't know how realistic that is. It's the people I like, they too high. You know what I'm saying? But it's a few people who I take like lower down the totem pole, like Forbes. I take him. You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't be nobody on the first I'd be looking at. So you
ain't gonna look at Joey Porter like?
I don't think he's gonna fall. He got the DNA, the football DNA. That people, the NFL players love that. I mean, the teams love that. Yeah, Witherspoon ain't going nowhere. He's not coming to us. That dude raw.
Listen. Nobody had us taking CD Lamb.
But look, this is like look. I just gave you the players who can slide. Porter can slide, but the likelihood is very slim. See, okay, I would say he the third. I'd say he the third.
Bro, let's look at Joey Porter. Stop playing with the churches.
Who the third corner?
According to these folks, or
you?
Who I feel,
or the folks. It don't matter. Because I think Witherspoon probably the best. Really, I like Gonzalez better than all of them. But Witherspoon probably the better overall corner. And
I would say that.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that Joey Porter is probably like the third corner.
Yeah, he like the third corner, so he got a chance to slide, but, corner is a premium position. We finna get ready to have to pay Trayvon Diggs all kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So they better be ready. We finna pay him all kind of money, so, hey, they better be prepared. So, just like West Coast said, that was brilliant what he said on one of the shows he did with Law. He was like, man, this is the cheapest these players gonna ever be in their life, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Why you think the owners do all these events and this spectacle about it? You know what I'm saying? Because this is like a Black Friday sale for them. You know what I'm saying? This is a sale for them. You ain't gonna never get a Michael Parsons this cheap again. You know what I'm saying? Never in your life. Like it's impossible. He will never be this cheap again. Even as a vet, even before he retired, Michael Parsons won't be this cheap again. ever.
Not unless he played for forever. He take a deal like what's my boy Bobby Wagner took, unless he do something like that. But and listen, that probably won't even happen either because Michael Parsons a pass rusher.
Man, know what I'm saying? You was never gonna get these players this cheap again ever. So that's why the owners be so happy about the draft. You know what I'm saying? You got a number 1 receiver cheap. You got a top 5 player in the league cheap. You know what I'm saying? Number 1 DB's cheap. So like, all right. That's why they so big on the draft. You know what I'm saying? That was brilliant by West Coast when he said that. Like I was like, I ain't never think about it that way.
But it's true though.
Yep.
Chris Graham said Addison is slipping. I think he is.
He a slide candidate. We could talk about some slide candidates. That's what we could talk about.
Let's do that.
Slide candidate. Yeah.
All right.
Jordan Addison is a slide candidate. Joy Porter is a slide candidate.
All right, so since they brought the boy up, let's look at Jordan Addison real quick then. I know that we already looked at him, but let's just look at him and let's go into detail about why. Like we know they're sliding, but let's go into the detail about why they're sliding.
Derek Gramsley, that'll be outrageous if we did that. But like the reason I say that is because Arizona is almost like on the verge of just cutting DeAndre Hopkins at this point. Or they already said they want like a second, Derek. So you might not been up to date on what's going on with them. But as of late, they've been saying something around like a second right hand, and they've been saying they're gonna release
no longer. That's overpriced now too. They're saying that remember they updated it from that. They said that they could probably only get a deal similar to what we got Brandon Cooks for,
like a fifth. So it's going down because and the market ain't that big for him right now because everybody know. Think about it. They know Arizona don't want them, and they time running out, so they don't have no leverage right now.
Also, why would I give you a first round pick for a 31-year-old wide receiver who hasn't played a full season in 2 years? No offense, because he's still great. But why would I do that when I can get a cheap wide receiver with my first round pick? Because the draft is like a couple weeks away.
Kelly with 2Ks, don't tell me that now. He said Hopkins went for a fourth to the Cardinals. So what you think we're gonna pay more for him on the second go round? You know what I'm saying?
He actually went for a second and a fourth, but
a second and a fourth. I was about to say.
Yeah, but remember his trade is what jacked up the market, the wide receiver market at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and you're right, Jason Garrett. Jordan Addison is slipping because his combine was pedestrian.
It was just regular.
He was extra
mid.
Regular.
He was mid in his combine. But I said,
I got him pulled up. I got Jordan Addison stuff pulled up. He wanted to share the screen with him.
There you go. So you can't see the screen no more?
Huh?
My screen.
I can't see you, no.
I'm talking about you can't see the screen when I'm sharing no more. The broadcast.
Yeah, I can see the broadcast.
Okay.
Like it's showing Jordan Addison now. I just knew that I was screen sharing and it wasn't up there yet because you had to hit the. Yeah. So, Jordan Addison, he had just an okay junior year. Like he came off of putting up monster numbers. I think he had almost 1,500 yards the year before, something out of this world. And it was partly to do the injury that he didn't live up for the previous year that he had. Also.
He went to a bigger conference too, though.
Yeah, he went to a bigger conference. Well, yeah. Well, did he? Where's USC?
He played in Pitt.
The Pitt is in the ACC.
Oh, they both in the ACC.
Is USC in the ACC?
I think so. No.
Or is it in the Big Ten? I think it's in the Big Ten, Pac-12, something like that.
All I know is SEC football. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come to the SEC.
Let me see Pac-12 teams because that's going to bother me.
Yeah,
they're in the Pac-12.
Pac-12. Yeah.
They're in the Pac-12. So he actually might have went to a weaker conference, man, because the Utah Utes, Oregon Ducks ain't really hitting like that. The Bruins, Arizona,
UCLA, yeah, Oregon, a decent school.
they're decent, but I think like the teams in the ACC are better. You know, ACC, you got Florida State, you got the U, you got Louisville, you got I think ACC a better squadron because especially they got Clemson too.
Well, yeah, he had a better quarterback too.
Well, that's to be debated.
Well, yeah, true, because he had Kenny Pickett over there.
Yeah, he played. Listen, he has had the privilege of playing with 2 NFL level quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Kenny Pickett has already been drafted, and then Caleb is just won a Heisman, and he's probably gonna be the very first quarterback off the board next year.
Okay, do you think that's a part of what's hurting his scouting report right now? Because that could be.
In the eyes of some people, that might be a knock.
They might be like, "Hey, man, he been playing with some of the best quarterbacks in the league." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in the mind of some of these people, then like there is a possibility. Also, his combine, like he's under 6 foot. He's under 180 pounds. He barely ran a 4.4. He's almost at 4.5 with his speed. He didn't have the world's best vertical. He didn't have the world's best this or that. He didn't even participate in the bench press. So
they wanted him to run better. I know. Well, he ran like a 4.5, right?
He ran a 4.49, which is basically the same as a 4.5. Yeah.
What? How tall is he again?
5'11".
Yeah, you got to be faster than that at a normal height. You know what I'm saying? Like typically they want a receiver to be like if you 6 anything, 4.5 is acceptable. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
That's like CD Lamb and D Hop. Both of them 4.5 guys.
I agree with you on that. But you gotta have more size to you than that. But I like him. I still like him. In terms of actual game speed, I like him. He's a pretty damn good route runner. He has good change of direction. But I think he's a damn good player. Like not everything is really measurable like that. And you know how I feel about 40s anyway, because he still had a good shuttle. So he's good in and out of his breaks, and that's really what matters.
We went over the fact that he's a slide candidate. So if he's at 26, are you drafting him?
Yes.
Over your best guard, not your best guard, but over you got Torrance over there, and then you got Avila over there. Some people got Avila in the second.
That's what I'm finna say. Some people got Avila as a second round player. So it will go down to Torrance because it would be in a situation then because everybody still has a first round grade on Jordan Addison, even though he's a slide candidate. He's not sliding to the second round. Steve Avila is a guy that might slide to the second round.
So what list of receivers going before him? So that's what we got to do. And then what?
Quentin Johnston will be one.
There is people saying he a slide candidate. It's crazy.
I don't necessarily know.
Jackson Smith a slide candidate. They are not super high on this wide receiver class.
Yeah, so all these wide receivers are possible slide candidates. Now this could go either way. Jalen Hyatt is a guy that might go before him, or he might slide down near the second round.
I see him as a second round player, but some people saying he might go in the first. So we'll see. It's wild.
Yeah. It's really wide open with the wide receivers because it's not a lot of proven. And listen, outside of Quentin Johnston, like a lot of these guys aren't going to be outside wide receivers at the NFL level. So that's why I think a lot of these guys are getting rotated out as slide candidates. Because even though JSN is over 6 foot tall, he has limited speed, and he was a slot wide receiver. He was a slot wide receiver in college, right? You look at Jordan Addison, because of his size, he's going to probably end up playing the slot. Zay Flowers, right? I think he's real good. He ran a better 40. He had a better combine because of his size. Because he's like 5'10", 5'9". He definitely going to be a slot wide receiver at the next level. So that's just probably it. Like there's a lot of decent wide receivers, but there's not a lot of boundary wide receivers. There's not a lot of guys you're going to line up on the outside to go up and make a play for you.
Yeah. Let me see. Said D-Hop tested worse than Addison. Hey, and sometimes, bro, like I said, these tests aren't football. They are not football. You know what I'm saying? They are just, stuff that you will put in like the attribute category. To me, it's not no make or break situation when you testing these people. You know what I'm saying? Because think about that. You just seen him producing on a football field. And now you mad because he ain't looking good on the track. Do that make sense? That makes no sense. You know, that
and
makes
also,
no sense.
I'm glad he brought up DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins with the 27th overall pick in 2013. So,
that's right in our area right there.
Like you said, he didn't test out good. He only ran a 4.57. He only had a 1.62 10-yard split, a 2.69. His 20-yard split was a 4.50. Only had a 36-inch vertical. This actually surprises me. I thought he jumped out the gym or something, but
because he be snagging on forehead too.
all the time.
Yeah.
Every time you look up, he going crazy. So yeah, that actually surprised me. But you're right. He did not have a good combine either, and he's had a damn good career. Right, over 10,000 yards receiving. He actually has 11,000 yards receiving, 71 touchdowns. He's made how many Pro Bowls? My boy made. He made 5 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pro selections. Led the league in receiving touchdowns. Was on the All-Rookie team. So we see DeAndre Hopkins worked out, and he didn't know grade out well either. So there's always hope.
Yeah, you just don't. Like I said, I value the film over the numbers in the combine. Like that's just me. Give me the film. Give me the film.
Yeah, because listen, the same thing I said about about my boy Jalen Tolbert. 1,400 yards is 1,400 yards, man. No matter where the hell you get it.
Facts.
So that's why I still got hope for him. Still got hope for him.
Hey, I ain't good. Like I said, I'm not giving up on no player after 1 year. That's just that's foolishness to me. That's just my opinion. I stand on that. I said I'm solid on that.
I'm solid and stand on whatever.
I got to, you know what I'm saying? I got to stand on that. Now, if he come out here and be boo-boo again, that's a different story. But I don't think it's fair to say he was boo-boo. He just didn't do nothing. He did some stupid stuff like offsides and stuff, but like I could see if he had open passes and he's just dropping it, or he's scared, he hear footsteps and he's scared to go catch the ball, and you know what I'm saying, running terrible routes. I seen him running good, clean routes. He just didn't get the ball to him.
And listen, like you said, you got to give young players the chances to make mistakes. You have to give them chances to make mistakes. And when you really think about it, he only had 3 targets. He had 3 targets last year.
Yeah.
So you can't really gauge a player off of something like that, man. You got to show him some love, boy.
Paul Rodriguez. Let's see. We already did that.
What'd he say?
Landlord off the subject. You see that video on Mike Mart's breakdown on Dak interceptions? Could you do a reaction video? We did our own.
Yeah, we did this like a couple months ago, man. Yeah. Like I'm glad that y'all.
I'm glad they catching up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm glad y'all like that. But matter of fact, I'm gonna go see if I can find the video. I'm gonna drop a link into the chat box so y'all can go look at it.
We did a whole show on every interception, and we tallied up, and it looked like our tally was the same as theirs. So I mean, everybody saying, "Hey, this y'all seen this?" Like, hey, we been on it. So I'm glad that we got basically what you can say. We got verified, you know what I'm saying? From what we said, they viewed it the same way. The same way we tallied it up, they tallied it up as well. Yeah, they be watching us, bro. Like we just did that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, hey, we been did that. We did the work. So when you hear me talking good about that, you know what I'm saying? He said he's seen. Okay, Paul. You just want me to react to theirs. Okay. I'm glad you seen mine too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why we put the work in so y'all can see it. You know what I'm saying? But Did they? Okay, I know.
It was an entire month ago we did that. We did that one.
I know they tallied up 8 like we did, but I wonder did they tally up the same ones? They had to though. They had to. It's obvious. You see what I'm saying? It's obvious that if they tallied up 8 like we did, it had to be basically the same ones we did.
Mm-hmm. And listen, I was being hard on Ken Folk. Right, I was being hard on Dak Prescott, and I still gave him, like 6 or 7.
Shout out to King G with the $2 super. He says Tober done, prove me wrong. Oh, he said Tober done, prove me wrong. You can't say that out the Wayne. Yeah, King. Well, okay. Tell me this, cause look, King, I ain't the one that just be arguing with people or trying to be saying I'm right. I think about everything logical. So think logically with me, okay? How many times you seen Tober get an opportunity and he just failed? How many times that happened? Not many. You know what I'm saying? How many times you seen Tober like do the wrong route or just didn't do a route clean or threw the ball to him and he was doing something else? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's obvious that he didn't get his opportunities. So to say he done, like, I just can't see that, King.
Not just yet. No.
Prove me wrong. You know what I'm saying? King, prove me wrong on that. Because that's my stance. Now, if I had actual footage of him just being trash, like if I could just look him dead in the eyes and say he trash,
you trash.
You know I got a button for that. So you know what I'm saying? I have a button dedicated to that. So I would do that. I would let him know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you a question. Just back on the topic a little bit. Who is a slide candidate for you want to look at next? We already mentioned Jordan Addison.
As we said, Quentin Johnson. A lot of people don't like him because they say he plays small. He's a big guy who plays small. So it's a lot of bust potential for him. Yeah, I
got him pulled up. Let's look at him.
Yeah, let's do it because it's a lot of doubters on him as well.
All right. So let's take a look. He had 60 catches, 1,069 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns, 17.8 yards per catch. They got him here listed as 6'3", ran a 4.49 allegedly at his pro day because he did not run at the combine.
4.49. That sound like he run a 4.5, but they just did. You know what I'm saying? That sound like they just wanted to, like crank him up a little bit for his own school. You know what I'm saying? They not high on these receivers though. They not high on them, and I think they sleep. Like they low on people like Tank Dell, and I think they just bunching him in with the rest of these people. You know what I'm saying? They just like these receivers ain't good, and they gonna let somebody like him. He gonna be somebody they gonna regret they passed on. Watch what I tell you.
And Tank Dell might be the best wide receiver in the draft.
I was telling him the same thing. What I told you, I said, bro, if you think about it, okay, if you smoked every wide receiver in the draft, every number, every metric, you had more receiving yards, you had more catches, you know what I'm saying? You had more touchdowns. When you feel like you are the best receiver in the draft, like I would.
Trap. Yeah, they never, give you love for what you do if you don't play at a premier school. But he led the entire nation in yards and touchdowns the last 2 years. So like Tank Dell, he has that pedigree. He's a good route runner, and even though he's a slide, he still run. And listen, I'm not the combine guy. Like I don't care if you don't run the best 40 time, because we all know there's only one damn route you're gonna run a 40 yards on in a straight line
route. That's
it's goal ball. So outside of that, like you need to be quick in and out your break. You need to have good feet. You need to be able to run routes. So like those are the things that actually matter at the next level more than a 40 time. And Tank Dell is always wide the hell open because he be routing boards up, and like he still is explosive enough after the catch. It's not like he runs a 4.8. It's not like he got tight end speed. He still is a guy that can run after the catch.
That boy chopping folks up, man.
He do.
Right now. He chopping folks up. I ain't
And
gonna
this
lie.
is the thing. Yeah, Quentin Johnston. Let's see. They say he's a pretty decent route runner. He creates separation, quick outs and stop patterns in college. The good stop and start ability and lateral agility. So I don't really know what the knock is on the boy.
That's a good question,
No.
King G, though. Real talk. He said y'all talked about Simmons and we talked about drafting a wide receiver early. Where does Toba fit? Right now, he wide receiver 5. Ugh. He'll have to be over Simmons.
He would have to be over Simmons.
Cause Simmons didn't they stashed Simmons. You know what I'm saying? They at least suited him up. You know what I'm saying? Did Simmons suit up?
And the Simmons suited up like once in a blue moon.
I know he got stashed though, cause I don't even think he got hurt. You gotta pay attention to stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They could say, oh, he got hurt in practice or something, but we didn't see him get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Simmons, they just up to say, hey, Simmons Fahoku is out for the year, and you know he's on the practice squad. He's on IR. They just stashed the young man, but I need to be quiet on that because that's almost a form of snitching, like, you know. They saying I'm telling on the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? He was
landlord 6'9".
You know what I'm saying? Landlord 6'9". Good. So he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? He was hurt.
Landlord Gunner. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, you gotta be honest, man. It's Easter. You gotta be honest out here, man. What's wrong with you?
Man. Well, yeah. Hey, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, man. You do gotta watch it though, man. Like that's a good question though. I think he'll be a little bit over Simmons. And like, you know, we battling midgets though. This is like who's the tallest little man out here, you know? But I think training camp will be important for them. He said, please don't 6'9" me, please. Hey, man. Trap. Y'all know I'm silly, man. But look, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be a debate on who you think deserves to be up the roster on the wide receiving core. Like, who would y'all take? Simmons or Jalen Toba? Now I know Simmons been a failure too now. I know we don't want to say it, but you know. Man, Simmons been pretty much a failure as well. You know what I'm saying? I like him. You know what I'm saying? I like his talent, but I'm talking about as far as what we thought he would be, he ain't did it. So we just got to see. Hopefully it can translate on the field. He said, I thought that'll never be said in my life. Send me the poster child for why 40s don't matter. Hey, man. Trap. Hey, man. That's a bar right there. Because everybody was in love with Semi Fahoku numbers and the idea and the thought of, you know, he said landlord from Takeshi. Look, everybody was in love with the thought and the idea of what you call him. You about to make me say 6'9" of Semi Fahoku. Everybody was in love with the idea of it, but it just didn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't materialize all his capabilities on the field. Y'all silly, man. But he said, what about Callaway? He ain't make the he's on the practice squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I like the TJ Vasher more than him. TJ Vasher got sent out of here. So I mean, we got a bunch of we real top heavy. We got one solid receiver and then a bunch of possibles and maybes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I knew we was gonna do something at wide receiver. And we did. You know what I'm saying? That's why Brandon Cooks was so important. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had us getting a weapon or a wide receiver in the draft. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't have to when we went and got Cooks for real. Now it's not a necessity, but, you know, like I said, I still will take one. Especially when, you know, Tony went down, we didn't have no more weapons. Basically. We just had CD or Bucks. So if we get somebody hurt, oh, he said Vassell balled out in the XFL. I bet he probably did. I liked him. That boy was catching the ball like it went in. It said the 49ers front office wants me so bad for their West Coast. Huh? I don't know what you mean. Brandon finna cook them Eagles twice a season. Absolutely. We already know that. He got Dak as his quarterback. You know what Dak do. Dak be eating Eagle stew, Eagle soup. You know what I'm saying? Eagle sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Dak don't play with them Eagles, man.
Nah. Like, hell, he a bird killer.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a shirt with Dak Prescott on it. It's going to say Mayor of Philly.
He said, name a receiver Toba better than on this roster. Ugh.
Send me for Hoko. Easy.
Cause look, I think we looking at talent too. I think we just looking at projections. If we evaluating these players as our projections. So Semi was what you say?
Jason,
he got more
Garrett
talent. He might be a more talented player.
Hold on. Semi had 16 catches and 230 yards and 3 touchdowns in his last college game.
Good, great.
Shit. But if I'm not mistaken, that was damn near all the production he had for the entire year.
Sports Guru said, I feel you, but I can't say that. He said Tobin and Gallup are neck and neck to me right now. Ooh. Now, if you're talking about ability, you're not wrong. But Gallup demand a little more respect from what he has done, though. So, yeah, I wouldn't put him neck and neck. But if we just talking about look at this receiver and look at this receiver, who is better? You see what I'm saying? If we just looking at the eye test, blind eye test, you know what I'm saying? Not looking at the names on the jerseys or something.
Hey, Semi for his college career had 62 catches, 1,146 yards, and 9 receiving touchdowns for his entire college career.
Oh, Jalen Tolbert blew that out the water.
He had that in 1 year.
But he was in a better conference, though. Sammy was in a better conference. Well, he went to Stanford, didn't it?
He played at Stanford, but he wasn't nobody on his team.
See that? I don't know where all this. I don't know. I don't know where they liking them so much from, though. I don't know. But we'll see how that work out for him.
Only God knows. I pray he has a good season.
Hey, I hope he come out here and be Miles Austin. You know what I'm saying? Trap. I would love to be wrong on these guys that I'm low on. Like, hey, if I'm wrong on a player that I'm low on already, that means we gonna have an outstanding season, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? That's easy. Yeah, Gallup getting a little disrespect going his way, man. Hey, I was big on Gallup, bro. I can't lie. He let me down. But he was injured. So I'm gonna be watching him real close this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, cuz you had anybody else you wanted to speak on?
No, that's about it for me, man. I'm about to go on ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Trap. Y'all know we about to get ready to go to the draft in a couple weeks, man. So if y'all want to help contribute to our trip and stuff like that, man, make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. You can donate, cash out, super chat, whatever you would like. We would appreciate it, man. But we finna get ready to hang this thing on up. Henry, tell them where they can find you, sir.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Henry Moore reporting live from the liquor store. I'm on YouTube and Twitter as HTM Sports. On Facebook is Henry Moore. Also, if you want to enter into the raffle, just send $5 per entry to $ Henry Moore at Cash App. It will get you into the raffle. We'll be doing the entries from now until the 25th. And on the 25th, I will pull a winner, and the winner will get a Dallas Cowboy jersey of their liking. So you want to participate in that, just Cash App $Henry Moore. And yeah, man, we're gonna be rocking out, man. I know tomorrow is Easter, so I may still go live, after I give God some time. But we're gonna be right back in the liquor store. We can't close, never close. Gotta make it happen.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. You got in. Yeah, you was saying what you got coming up. I'm finna try to start my player evaluation and expectation type series I got coming up, man. So it's gonna be a series of videos. I'm gonna try to evaluate some of the rookies and some of the players that had decent seasons and stuff like that, man. So I'm gonna be trying to come out with some video content like that. That pretty much what grew my channel last year, so I know a lot of people like it. So hopefully I'm gonna try to tap back in on that type of vibe, man. But y'all know I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media, man. I appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. Hey,
I appreciate everybody rocking, man.
Hey, ain't no looking bad, bitch. Came a long
Appreciate you, Mr. ATM.
That what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we
Yes,
just
sir.
and they just in the way.
Let's get it.
That what make them hate. That what make
I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like on the way out for your boy.
Landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
And like I say, 1K, one love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.